You don't have to be. You don't have to. For me, you don't have to be in the country only to know if someone's generational. And as I said, there are examples. For me, Suarez is a striker that we won't see for another 30 years. That's the way I see it. That what Suarez has done. Not saying people can't come close to that, but Suarez. And for me, Suarez was not a generational talent. If you actually go do your research about Luis Suarez, he was seen as a serious player, even in his Ajax days.
100.
He was still seen as a serious player and someone who had great potential. But in terms of a never before have we seen this talent, because that is pretty much
you don't know because you're not Uruguayan.
Suarez was not seen as a generational talent.
You
know become a generational striker. So that for me, Hooks' argument that you can't be a generational player without being a generational talent is wrong. I can't agree with that for me.
But I don't know. But you don't know if he was regarded as a generational talent. And B, I don't think that
we can only speak on British players then. We can only speak on British players then.
He's a generational player. I don't understand. So how can I be?
People are too worried about like.
No. What? Hold on. Listen, because you know what it is. I'm tired of people. You know what? I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. I'm ripping it. Fuck this. I'm ripping the band-aid off. Yeah. You man will talk about Henry as being a generational player, which he is. Suarez is on the level of what Henry has done in what Suarez done in his career. On the level of Henry. Why are you man? You don't want to have the argument though. Suarez ain't far off Henry, bro. You don't want to have the argument. You really don't want to have the argument.
No, they can't. They won't have the argument.
You just mudded the whole. You just mudded by that incredibly stupid comment.
It's not a stupid comment. It's not a stupid comment. Suarez and Henry are not mad, bro. You're talking about
I'm not gonna lie, Henry at 32
is not that you're talking about. Suarez is an all-timer. So is Henry.
You know that Suarez and Henry are not the same. You know this.
What do you mean they're not the same?
No, they're not. You
don't want to know. You don't even want to. You don't even want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Trust me, you don't need to go there. You don't.
Wait, no, go there because
I don't want to go there, bro.
You know they're not viewed the same way.
What do you mean? No. Yes, because Henry's more of an icon. Henry is more of an icon. That's what Henry is. He's more of an icon. If we're talking about,
you know what?
Full pitch, bro. Suarez has had a better career in club football, especially, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Notice how you had to say club football because football is not just about club football.
I know it's not just about club
football. Hence why it's clear, bro. Like, bro. By the way, go and tell me who idolizes Suarez. Go on. Tell me.
I'm talking about idols. We want this idols.
No one's gonna idolize.
This ain't a popularity contest. We're talking
that's part of being
racist, bro. You know that one.
That's part of being
generational. Idolize him, bro. We're just talking about
Henry got sidelined and burnt out. But Henry got sidelined.
That's part of being generational, though. Look at Pele. Look how many people look up to Pele and Maradona, bro. Look how many people that are
I'm not talking about icons. Why are we talking about icons?
You become an icon.
Why are you talking about icons? You're being ignorant. You're arguing for emotion.
I understand how low.
You're arguing for emotion. You're talking about Pele and Maradona, bro. I'm saying that.
Why do you think that they're idolized? It's not because there not generational. What are we doing?
You don't have to be an icon to be generational. You don't have to be an icon. You don't have to be an icon.
But from time you put Suarez and Henry in the same convo, I find it. It becomes.
If you actually
it becomes
Look at what Suarez has done in his career.
It's all right. They just want to downplay it. It's fine.
But the only people that put Suarez and Henry in the same bracket are Liverpool fans.
I don't have bro. You realize there's not, bro.
No one else in the world of football. Okay. So why don't you, instead of you doing it, leaving it to chance, and you saying it, why don't you just put a poll or ask people and say, who do you? You're telling me Suarez is close to Henry. That's what you're saying right now.
I think Suarez is a little bit better. in career. Over the span of his whole career.
Monts, they don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation. Do you know what it is? Where was Henry at 32? All jokes aside.
Where was Suarez at 16?
32, bro.
Where was Suarez at 16?
Was Henry doing that MLS at 32?
Where was Suarez at 16?
Was Henry rubbed at 32 though?
Where was Suarez at 16?
I answered you the question.
No, we can do it. We can do it in the reverse. Where was Suarez at 16?
Henry rubbed out at 32. I'm asking all you New York Red
Bro,
Bulls.
certain man had, bro, I'm telling you, bro, certain man had Red Bull on their chest at 32, bro.
Suarez is winning La Liga with Atletico.
Because he's an icon, they don't really want to always accept the truth about things, innit?
No one is debating. You know,
Wait.
Premier League legacy, everybody knows that is Henry. That is, we're not even debating.
No, footballing legacy.
Arsenal. Let me land. Premier League, we know.
Suarez has a better legacy than Henry.
Yeah,
in football.
Henry's thing, we all get
No, Matt, no, we're not.
No, yes, let me land.
There's no landing.
Yes, because you can't even answer the question about where Henry was at 32. That's why I have to decipher it for you.
Okay,
because if I decipher, hear what I'm saying. Premier League, we all go with Thierry Henry. If we're talking about what they've done in their whole entire career, look at what Suarez done at Barcelona, and look at what Suarez done at Liverpool, and look at what Suarez done at Atletico, and then you look at Henry at MLS and what he was doing. That's all I'm saying, bro.
It's done.
That's all I'm saying. Just decipher it down.
It's done. The conversation's done. But the conversation, you didn't want to answer the question, and then you didn't want to.
I just explain myself. He just didn't want to hear it.
No, you didn't.
When he had to say, bro, I don't understand.
You're talking about Henry when he decided to move to the MLS at 32. Yeah, which by the way, I don't know what reasons you thought that was for, but a lot of it was a sponsorship opportunity. He decided to go there. That's down to his personal choice.
A sponsorship opportunity. He decided to get.
Wait,
32. You're big guy 32. And wait there. So it's all about sponsorship at 32 years old. Cool. No, that's what I need to know.
You don't want to answer questions. B, you don't want to stop talking. And C, when I make a point, you want to carry on talking over. So from then, the discussion is done. Because like until you tell me what was Suarez doing at the age of 16, you cannot ask me what Henry was doing at 32.
What was Henry doing at 16?
What was Henry doing at 16, bro?
What
was Henry doing at 16?
What was Henry doing at 16?
And then I'm going to let you land, and I'm not going to say
at 16, I want to know.
Down to new stuff. Why are you taking them away from new stuff? He said Suarez is better than Henry, and you're talking about when they're 16. Why don't you just stick to what Monts said?
I didn't say we didn't answer 16.
That was Hooks.
That's what I said. I said Hooks is taking it away from what Monts said. Monts said Suarez was better than Henry, and Hooks, you're talking about all other stuff.
Because they said what was Henry doing.
Why are you not sticking to what Monts just literally said? That Suarez, he thinks is better than Henry, and you're going over to what he was doing at 16. Why don't you stick to Suarez is better than Henry? To me, that's like Dave Chappelle comedy.
I'll be honest, Suarez is winning the poll by 72%, by the way.
On the Liverpool fan channel.
Now it's a little. You told me to do a poll.
No, but you told him to set up the poll.
To do a poll.
No, that was joking. I'm being serious because no serious guy is gonna say.
You told me to do a poll.
No, let me tell you what's so funny about it. Yeah, most people that actually believe that Suarez is better than Henry wouldn't say it out loud. You know that. Even if there's a person that thinks, I think Suarez might be better than Henry, they wouldn't really say it, bro. Because it sounds so far-fetched. It's crazy. But Monts is saying he thinks Suarez is better than Henry.
Not clear. I think, listen,
not clear.
For me, the better career.
No, let me ask you, who do you think better?
I think he's had a better career.
No, one second, Monts. We can get to your context.
Yeah. Go on.
Matt, who do you think is better, Suarez or Henry?
What's that, sorry?
Yeah, no context. Just who do you think is better? Suarez
what do you mean no context? Why can't I give context?
Who do you think is better? Suarez or Henry?
I'm going to add context. I see what you're trying to do. No, I see what you're trying to do. Wait.
The context after.
No. Wait. This is what I'm going to say. And I'm sticking to this, by the way. I've already said I think Henry is a better Premier League player, far clear, yeah. And I actually think Henry has more ability than Suarez. But if you're talking about their career, but if you're talking about their careers and what they've achieved and what they've done, Suarez has done more than what Henry has done. Hence why I was the first person to be like, well, what was Henry doing at 32? And that's when Hook took it left and talked about sponsorship. Well, all I wanted to know was at the time of their careers. That's why I wanted to make it about career, bro.
Sometimes you got to look at things. You know what it is? I know everyone talks about ability, but sometimes you got to look at things and you go, when the legs go, how good are you when your legs went? You know, sometimes you got to look at things, you know. Sometimes everyone talks about players and their physical attributes, and I know that's all part of the argument and whatnot. But you know, when Suarez's legs were going and gone, when I won the league with Atletico Madrid after.
You know, people say that Suarez was a more.
You know, people don't want to have that argument.
Say in the chat, Suarez is a more complete striker than Henry. I'm struggling.
No. Henry, they're both complete.
But I think they're factoring in. I think they're saying that because they're factoring in the amount of like assists that Suarez got in his whole career. But again, you got to add context.
Suarez has the third most assists of all time in football.
But even me, I would say you got to add context because look who he was playing with at Barca. So that's why you got to add context.
Look who Henry was playing with at Barca. What you talking about?
Yeah, but he was. We already decided. We already decided he was.
Look who Henry was playing with.
Henry was robbed at 32 though.
Monts, is Suarez better than Messi?
Oh, look who was playing with. Look who was playing with.
Is Suarez better than Messi?
Suarez went to Barcelona when he was actually late.
Is Suarez better than Messi? Is Suarez better than Messi?
No, of course he's not better than Messi.
Okay. Is he better than R9?
No, he's not better than R9.
No.
So Suarez is the second best striker of all time.
Of all time?
Yeah.
I don't know about all time.
Why are you looking to the sky?
I don't believe.
What strikers were better than Suarez? Apart from R9, what strikers are better than Suarez?
Better career, by the way.
No, what? Just better. What? Because they're both struggling and they're both looking at. Oh, what did I actually say?
Yeah.
No. I'm genuinely thinking. You're asking me. So I'm thinking journalist. You could put players
because
in that.
I think all time.
Lewandowski, maybe. Lewandowski, you got
Lewandowski, Benzema. These guys aren't better than Suarez, bro. No, none of them.
No, but what I'm talking about careers, though, man. I'm talking about career. Even Benzema, the career.
Lewandowski was better than Henry.
There's two different arguments here, you know. There's one to say like, who do you generally think is the
Benzema is definitely better than.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking
about. Benzema's not better than Suarez.
This is what I mean. When Hook says stuff like this, I just have to switch off. Man said Benzema is better than Suarez.
Wait, the man who couldn't get the limelight until he was fuck off.
No, he's better than Suarez.
Let me get this straight. So Benzema had to wait to be the alpha when he couldn't be the alpha. Suarez was. Look what Suarez was doing when Messi was there, bro. What were you doing here?
Suarez position.
But we're in the
Say that again, sorry?
Let me not, man. Let me not.
Let me
not even go there with it, bro.
No.
Look, you're taking it somewhere else. You're taking it somewhere else.
So lost hooks.
Stupid. So I understand. So we go stupid places. You know what I mean? You get me? We go stupid places. Because we're saying that. You're saying Suarez is better than Henry. Henry scored more goals than Suarez. He's a striker, no? Isn't that one of the main?
What? Who scored more goals than who and what?
Scored more goals than who?
Who, what, and where? Who, what, and where?
What career?
Who, what, and where?
Jogging career.
Where? Who scored more goals?
You better do that fake laugh because I don't know where you got that stat from.
What? No, my bad. In the prime of their career.
There it is. Yeah, I got it. I see it. Got him.
The reason how about this, Matt? Do you know why I haven't brought up any stats?
Yeah, I know.
Because
it gets dark.
I'm not bringing up stats.
Now, I'm all seeing a man get 60. I'm all seeing a guy get 59 goals in one season.
I'll see, bro.
That's crazy. Can't lie.
Hey, man, do your research. Do your research.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna put it in my group chat with ballers in there because I actually need to know why you're saying this. Because I need to know if in real life that managers and players actually think this that you're saying that Suarez was better than Thierry Henry? I need to know if they think this.
I said no. Why?
I see now you start
Please ask him. Please ask him the two questions. Ask him two
That's
questions.
what I do. When I need to, I'll go to the deep end. I'll go to the deep end.
I can see the deep.
Yeah, you see how it changes. You got to total change.
Talent. I can
Ask him two questions. Who's the better player? Who's the better player?
You're not asking two questions. I'm asking one question. You keep asking.
I want to suit your narrative. I hear it. I hear it. Suit your narrative, D. I hear it. Suit your narrative.
It's about talent and what they've done. It's all in one.
I asked you one simple question: who's better, Henry or Suarez? It's a simple question.
And I said,
and you said Suarez is better.
For me, over
you
the
said Suarez is better, and I said Suarez had a better career.
I have Suarez slightly higher in the Premier League. No one touches on Reed.
So Suarez is better than
in the Premier League. No one touches on Reed.
There you go.
No. Don't add in your caveat.
There is a world outside of football, outside the Premier League. I'm sorry, guys. There was a world of football outside the Premier League, you know.
Yeah, so World Cup.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Mertesacker won the World Cup.
Yeah, but you said there's a world outside the Premier League, and Henry's completed everything. Suarez ain't.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
So Suarez hasn't won the World Cup.
So he hasn't completed it, has he? There's a world outside Premier League, right?
Yes, but you don't have to because you haven't won the World Cup. I don't know how about it. Stop. Everyone stop. R9 ain't won the Champions League. He ain't completed ball. Is Henry better than R9?
I didn't tell you to take it away from the Premier League. You're the one who said there's a world outside the Premier League, you know?
But that's not the point. Suarez is from Uruguay for one. And secondly, you just said he hasn't Henry's completed the set as if to say that's a reason to say that man is better. When you got guys at R9 that have never won the champs. And Brian Brewster's won the champs.
You said so what was your point of saying there's a world outside the Premier League? What's your point?
As in, no one can chat to Henry. Not many men, apart from maybe CR7 and even that, can chat to Henry in the Prem, bro. Man can't chat to. No one can chat to Henry in the Prem.
That's exactly what I said. No one can chat to him in the Prem.
But there's a world of football outside of the Prem,
like the World Cup, like the World Cup.
Thierry Henry,
like the World Cup,
like
the World Cup. There's a world outside the Prem, like international football, the World Cup.
In your
opinion, you want to do the world outside the Prem and then go into La Liga because it suits you because you've got.
It doesn't suit me. I'm talking about the whole span.
So if you're talking about the whole span, international football is part of that span, no?
Yes, I'm not taking away international football.
So how do we won the World Cup?
Huh? But just because he's won the World Cup doesn't automatically just put him over Suarez. Just because he's won the World Cup.
I didn't say that. You're the one who took it away from the Premier League, bro.
No, I'm saying you're holding the Premier League to the highest standard when there is football outside of the Premier League, i.e. La Liga or Serie A, or it could be any other of these leagues. The bottom line is, I feel like Henry, as I said, is an icon, but because of human emotional attachment to the icon,
just quickly, when this
to the icon, I feel like it's very hard for you to hear any other names, especially anything close to the modern era, when it comes to comparing them to Henry. When there are guys out here scoring finals.
No, let's do context,
by the way, because in all those prime years, didn't see him scoring a single flipping final. But
let's do context. I want to do context now. How old was Suarez?
Now I want to do context.
Now let's do context because you want to do context. So how old was Suarez?
We're gonna go back into this conversation again. I thought it was gonna.
How old was? We can make this real simple. Just answer the question.
Bro. I generally because I know he left in the 13-14 season, 14-15 season. So I don't know.
In his prime, he was Barca.
20-something, I think. 20.
So he wasn't in his prime. So he was in his prime, basically. As a striker, he was in his prime when he went to Barca.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now let me ask you a question, because Henry definitely didn't go to Barca in his prime. That's the first thing. So if you take prime, because let's also remember that Henry could have left Arsenal a lot earlier than what he did, but obviously he wanted to stay out.
Yeah, he definitely could have left.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So what do you think happens if Henry goes to Barca? So what if it's Henry in his prime in that Neymar, Messi, and let's say Neymar, Messi, Henry in his prime? Do you think that he doesn't blow away everything that Suarez did in that combination? The striker that literally kind of in a way redefined how a striker plays.
I don't know, but they play the game kind of different. That's how. Do you know what? That's a valid question, but they do play the game differently though. I think
he was a link man as well. Like he's got the record for goals and assists as a striker, bro.
I understand that, but I would arguably still say
big country. We're not
maybe
using,
Suarez is more of a facilitator. I don't know. That's a tough question. That's me being genuine. I don't know. I would expect Henry to do a madness, obviously. I would expect that 100%. I don't know how it would have, because here's the thing. What you're basically asking me is something that I don't know what would have happened. It's the same thing with Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic before he went to Barca.
I don't know why you're
I thought he was going to do a madness, and then look what happened with Ibra. Ibra then leaves Barca and still does a madness. So I don't. That's tough, innit? That's me.
We'll never know because not everything clicks, but I do think he would have tore it up wherever he went in his prime. Because I think remember we're talking about two strikers who are like generational, in my opinion. This is my thing. So I feel like anywhere they would have went in their prime, both of them would have tore it up. I think that's fair to say.
No one compares Suarez to Henry apart from Liverpool fans.
You asked me to do a poll in it. I done the poll.
When Suarez was playing, they were comparing him with Aguero. Who was better, Suarez or Aguero? Then Suarez was competing. They don't compare.
You realize, you know what? I don't even want to bring Aguero. You know what? Listen, City fans talk on Aguero. Listen, I'm not even gonna chat on Aguero's thing because Aguero's thing is mad rated as well, not like Henry, but Aguero's thing. As I said, sometimes people confuse the popularity contest with what they're actually seeing on the pitch and what people are achieving on the pitch. But like, yeah,
so it is when your icon of your club is being compared to someone else, you're always going to take it as a disrespect, but it's not. It's actually more of a thing like this icon you have at your club is so crazy. We may think there's someone potentially that can maybe rival him, but I feel like you lot sometimes get too defensive. Like, here's the thing. We could say the same thing as Liverpool fans, yeah? When you lot used to do the whole Saka versus Salah, and we're like, Saka versus Salah? Are you going mad?
I don't think that's close. I think Salah's clearly better than Saka.
No, but there's a lot of fans that used to even say, even last year, comparing Saka to Salah, bro. And we used to look at this and think, are you guys crazy?
No, but the difference is, Matt, you're roughly my age, so I think I understand that. Monts didn't see Henry properly. It's obvious.
But we have
there's no way he remembers. There's no way on earth he remembers Henry properly.
You have to take it there, but me and Matt have the same opinion.
No, you don't. Matt's way more grey about it. He's more.
No. I gave you the context. You didn't want to listen to it.
No. You said Suarez is a bit better, and Matt started answering two different type of comments because he knows.
I said that as well. I said as a talent. I said as a talent, Henry is more talented. Matt,
you said Suarez is a little bit better than.
Suarez is a little bit better.
No, I think you said a little bit better, but I don't know whether that is in conjunction to when I said.
I said throughout his career, I think Suarez is a little bit better, but Henry is a more talented player.
But do you remember Henry?
To be fair, Monts never said Suarez is more talented than Henry. He's never said that. He never said that.
We're trying to remix stuff. Like the question that is Henry. Is Suarez better than Henry? Yeah. You man are now starting to make up all this other context, bro. When the question
other context, you just explain that I answered two different.
For example, he asked, "Who's the better player, Suarez or Henry?" You then went on. Well, I think that Suarez has had the better career. That wasn't the question. The question was, who is the better football player? Luis Suarez or Thierry Henry? Monts said that. Well, he actually started with Monts saying, "Well, you know what? I'm going to take the band-aid off," and he brought Suarez into the conversation. And then he actually said Suarez is a little bit better than Henry in reference to as a player. It's only Monts only started bringing in other context when D said, "Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to message in my group chat to the ballers." And
no, it was before that. It was before that.
And but that changed. Because he knows people inside of football will think that view is absolutely madly insane.
No, you think it's mad because you have an emotional attachment to Henry.
No, can we just answer the question? Who do you think is the better football player, Luis Suarez or Thierry Henry? We don't need to do all this.
You don't. You
don't interview all of that. Just who is the better player? Who do you think is the better player?
You don't want any context because it suits you.
No. It doesn't suit me at all.
You don't want no context because it suits you. That's what it is.
No, it's like if you ask me, you can ask me who do I think is the better player?
Look at you dumb, man.
or John Terry. I'll answer the question. I won't go and that. I'll answer the question. Who I think is the better player? Why can you, man, not just?
Do you know?
Nobody's gonna shoot you if you give your...
No, bro. I've given my answer, bro.
You haven't. You were starting talking about.
I've given my answer, bro. You decided not to listen to. D heard everything I said, you know.
Look,
because me and you was going back and forth
over the span of their careers. I have Suarez slightly higher than Henry. If you lot don't agree with that, that's fine. As I said, let me land. In terms of talent, I'm making it clear so you man don't have to be confused. In terms of talent, I think Henry is more talented and he's a more talented footballer than Luis Suarez.
Bro, who cares about all that? Who's a better player, bro? You're saying extra stuff.
I don't understand.
Why you saying extra stuff?
Why can't I speak with context? I don't understand.
The question doesn't require context. The question is, all right, okay. Let me make it as clear as day.
Do you know what you got to do? This is
I've got a simple one.
Okay.
You built a team. You got one position left up front in the 9. Who do you pick? Suarez or Henry?
Who are the other players?
No, just Suarez or Henry.
Suarez or Henry. You got one more spot up front. Who do you pick?
It would all depend on who's in the team, but I'll probably, me personally,
I'm going. You're saying it's one game. I'm going Suarez. Henry ain't scored in a single fucking final.
Okay, you go Suarez. How about you, Matt?
Question done. Suarez.
I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah, man.
See, Matt doesn't want to do it. Do you know why Matt's clever? Do you know why?
I'm being genuine, bro.
Let me tell you what it is.
No, I'm being genuine. I'm genuinely thinking, bro.
And he knows. He doesn't want to be saying, "Yeah, I said that Suarez is better than Henry." He's much clever because he remembers.
Because I've been kicked out bare times. I'm genuinely thinking.
He cannot say it live and to the people. Monts don't remember Henry because if you remembered Henry, you would not be saying.
I think if you watch Suarez in La Liga, if you watched him at any point, you guys wouldn't dismiss. You guys wouldn't dismiss Suarez.
I watched his whole career. I watched Suarez's whole career and I watched Henry's whole career.
I don't think you have.
You can't. I don't think you have.
I don't think you have. Because if you had, then you'd have to. Let me get some of these super chats in it. Let me get some of these super chats. Because
I don't think
I'll get back to your question before the end of the show. I'm still thinking, bro.
Yeah, because you're clever.
Matt just got too many gooners around him, innit? So it's fine. Like you don't want to.
No, he's clever.
No. I've watched both plays. Remember, I've said this, yeah.
But you got guys that Hooks don't even think it's a conversation. You don't think it's a conversation.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conversation.
That's where I differ. But that's where I differ. I do think it's a conversation. Listen, in terms of who's more talented, I think it's Henry. If you're going off natural God-given talent, it's Henry.
But hold on, Matt. Look what they're doing. They just want careers, bro. They are trying to condense.
No, I asked him about the one position up front. He still ain't answered. I asked him one position up front.
Is it a final? Is it a give me context? Is it a final?
One position up front.
Is it a final? Is it a final?
They are trying to convince this argument.
No, don't confuse Matt, Monts. Don't confuse Matt.
Yes or no? Hold on.
They don't want us to give us context.
I said to Matt,
give the answer that's the whole
argument into a yes or no question because it suits them. They just want to condense it to yes or no.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
If it's a normal game, I'm adding my context because I know what he's trying to do.
Let's do context then.
No, let's not.
Because Monts remixed what he was originally asked and said, one game, I'm picking Suarez then because Henry never scored in the final. He did the
You're saying season?
Which I think is
but he said one game. He said one game.
You said one game though.
Let's do this year. So you're
answer that question. No, I said you built your team and you've got a number 9 spot up front. Who do you pick? You said Suarez. Cool.
Is this for the season or one game? We're just saying one game or season.
Whichever one you want, Matt.
No, but you told me, bro.
Matt, you pick.
You saying season?
You can't answer it.
I'm asking you a question. You
know from this alone. What you're saying, barbaric from this alone.
No, bro. You're trying to. Do you know what it is? You're trying to do the whole. all right, it's either
you
definitive.
tell me what I'm trying to do instead of asking
this or
questions,
this.
man.
Okay, let's take it away from Henry and Suarez. Who's the better player, Ronaldinho or Neymar?
What? What's this
It's
got to
easy,
do?
Ronaldinho.
What's this got to do
Ronaldinho.
with?
Who's the better player, Ronaldinho or Neymar?
I think Dino is.
Why can you just ask?
Ronaldinho.
Exactly. Why can you just do it like that so easily?
I
Because
think-
I
hold
think
on,
there's
I
more.
think- Hold on, but I wasn't done. I wasn't done.
There's
I
more of a
wasn't done this, man.
disparity.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
done
I
this,
hope
man.
you proved your
Actually,
point. Well
I
done,
actually
But there's
wasn't
more
done
of a
this, man.
disparity, though.
I wasn't done this, man.
That don't make no sense.
Neymar had
So
way
if
more
something's
longevity.
closer, you think
Hold on,
about
I
it,
wasn't
no?
done with man. Neymar had way more longevity than Dino, though.
That was
And
easy.
was able to be
No,
more
don't try and add context now, Monts. You already answered the question.
No, but I wasn't finished.
Dino is
I
seen as an
answered
icon for what he done in a
yeah.
short space of time. But if you go and look at it, Neymar had a better.
You should have said that. You should have said that before you answered the question.
I
but
was
you
trying to
answered
say that.
Doesn't
I
matter.
was trying to say that.
I
man.
just
I was
answered the
trying to
question,
say that.
though.
All right,
I was trying to say that.
hold on,
Matt
Matt answered the question first. He said Dino.
Do you know why? Because there's not as big of a disparity. You see the disparity for me. That's what, bro. If there's a small discrepancy, I've got to really think about that. But I already know Dino is one of the greatest of all time. I still rate Neymar.
Okay, so Onreal, now you've done all
Neymar-
your
Neymar-
It's
context.
a lot closer with Suarez and
Now
You
you
Neymar.
know-
don't want to hear that
You
thing
get what I'm
either.
saying?
Neymar
All right,
could
so
be
now
most
you've done your context. Pick one.
Do you understand
No,
that
you
though?
No,
It's-
I deeped it. I
get it.
deeped it. Man can't hack the cop. It's the
Well,
popularity.
I don't know why don't you want Matt to pick? Let Matt pick one.
Yeah, let me pick.
Bro, go on, pick.
Let
He's
Matt
already picked.
I've had time to think about. I'm probably gonna go with Suarez still.
Love,
I've had time to think about. I'm going with Suarez.
love.
Yeah. Hey, we need to end
Love.
this.
Man played with Suarez and Eto, by the way. He played both of them, by the way.
We
Like,
need to
I'm
end
going
this
with
stream.
Suarez.
We need-
I'm
we need
saying,
to-
like, anyway,
Like-
guys, let me get to these super chats.
I don't rate
By the way,
Henry.
guys, you know,
You got. Can you give super chats back? Because they all of them need their money back.
hold on, guys. Wait, let me listen. Yeah.
These lot,
Guys,
yeah,
are
they-
you not
they don't
entertained?
like-
Hold on, guys, are you
It's
not
their icon. It's
entertained?
their icon,
By the
bro.
way, are you
No,
not
because
entertained?
that's Ronaldinho and Neymar.
No, Henry's your icon. That's
Hold
what
on,
he
guys.
is.
Always not just our icon.
Guys, super chats, guys, please, calma.
Yeah, sorry.
Guys, I'll be honest though. Banter aside for a second, these are the arguments I live for. You know, I can't lie. This is
100%. I love these arguments.
these are the debates I do live for, innit? Like,
Well, it's
by
about-
the way,
We
Like,
definitely didn't talk about what you planned to talk about for this stream as well.
say that again.
We definitely didn't talk about what you planned
Yeah,
to
I'm
talk
looking
about.
at the title. We might have to rephrase it, bro.
No, that can
Yeah,
get changed. No, that can get changed.
Generational. And,
Yeah. Generational or not.
Henry versus Suarez.
Henry versus Suarez. Oh, this is gonna get clips, isn't it? Shout out, Josh. He goes, "Is Zlatan generational?" I'll leave that to the man. Then what he's saying.
Why didn't even ask? Asking you.
Is Zlatan generational? You lot. That's
Don't know.
Is 100% Ronaldinho's generational.
no. He said Zlatan.
No. I'm sorry. I'm looking
Oh,
at this.
he's reading this.
Yeah. Sorry. It's Zlatan.
No, I don't think Zlatan is personally.
Okay, Matt, what are you thinking?
I think Zlatan might be generational.
Is he like on like? Is he on like the?
Bro, Zlatan is I don't. I think people. Bro, Zlatan's different.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
like
There's a debate. There's a debate. There is definitely a debate to say with generational.
I think he did as well, wasn't it? Was it? I think it was Taekwondo, which I think just made him even better at.
He's another one that's an icon
Yeah.
as well, though, isn't it? Zlatan is an
He's an
icon.
icon.
He's an icon still. Shout out Ozan. He goes, "Yo, Hooks, is Ronaldinho generational?"
Yeah, that's not even a debate.
Shout out Don Juan. Did I get it right first? Don Juan, I think. He says, coming from a Madrid fan, the fact that man really think Henry is in a different category as a striker, I think Henry is in a different category as a striker than Suarez is foolishness. Shout out Don.
He doesn't get no response to that.
David Reese says charisma is a failed generational talent. That is true. Ronaldo didn't have generational talent, still top. So he says he's a top talent, not a generational talent. He's saying compared to charisma, but became a generational player.
Maybe he grew up in Portugal, I'm not sure.
Fuck. Hey, you look. Smash this like button. We got nearly 500 in here, innit? And we only got
Yeah, you're a
100.
legend, you know, I swear.
I'm sorry, you lot. Smash the like button. I don't know how we don't have 250 likes in it. Smash the like button while we're getting through these supers. Ozan, shout out Ozan Kabak. Yes, he played center. Pick up your damn self. Center back, sorry, he goes. At this point, I'm waiting for Hooks to say Danny Welbeck is better than Luis Suarez.
I'll be real, yeah. I'll be real. I actually like Suarez as a footballer. I think he was a cold footballer, yeah. But like, I just can't fathom how someone would think that Suarez is a better football player than Henry.
Yeah,
And I do think that everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but to you know, it's like, to me, it's like, I feel like people that watched, for example, people that grew up watching Alan Shearer will have a completely different opinion on Alan Shearer, someone that didn't grow up with Shearer. And I think it's just that simple, innit? Like, and then obviously maybe I have a bit of bias.
Same with like Dwight York and Andy Cole, when the guys that got
to exactly
watch them,
I feel like people that didn't grow up watching Dwight York or Andy Cole, if you was to mad praise them, people would be confused. But people that actually grew up watching them would understand in it. And maybe I'm biased on 2 points, yeah. And those 2 points are, obviously, I am an Arsenal fan. But the thing is, you can go and ask non-Arsenal fans about Henry. So my opinion, I'm not saying that it's concrete or the most valid, but if you went across the majority of football fans, I'm pretty confident they would say Henry. And then the second thing is, I personally can't look past the racist thing, innit?
Yeah. Bro,
that's why I mentioned that as well. Remember when you speaking about icons, and I specifically said he could never be an icon. He's racist.
Never.
I said it like
never
3 times.
An icon. Never ever.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, JT seen as an icon. I don't know how that works, but maybe it's I don't know, because that's crazy to me. I don't know. Is he seen as an icon?
Chelsea icon, I guess.
Yeah, the Chelsea fans.
JT's one of the best centre backs ever. That's not even.
Yeah.
Is he an icon? Because of the, I'm just saying because I know the Suarez incident, he can never be an icon. But because of the JT incident, could he be seen as an icon?
I'm not saying he could. I'm not saying Suarez could never be an icon. I'm pretty sure he is iconic.
No. I don't think he could. He can't.
No, see, he could never be. I don't think Suarez, because of what's happened with Suarez, he could, in my opinion, he could never be an icon no matter what he does. No matter, even if you think he was better or not better than Henry. Let's just say we're just talking about Luis Suarez now.
Yeah, that's because as a player,
he can never be seen as an icon in world football, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
But like, as I said, I think in the conversations, JT isn't spoken about. I think that, bro, like JT ain't spoken about in as many conversations.
And the biting stuff as well.
That I think I don't think JT is in as many conversations as he should be in as a defender. I've even got people now saying he's overrated.
Yeah, I don't think they watched him though.
What? Like, excuse me? You must be mad. Like, you must be mad.
Yeah, I think to say John Terry's overrated, I don't think he watched him.
Like, he just, you know what I'm saying? So no, that's my thing, innit? But I think when like the icon thing, I think has an impact on it. You know what I'm saying? When you have those things happen outside of football, I think it's hard to be in the icon thing. But shout Jacques Lobetti says, why is this such a polarizing thought that Suarez is better than Henry, or at least on the same level? Lewis had a bag with no holes in it.
I don't know, but cool.
I think he's the closest.
Abdallah, he goes, Suarez is a racist, kind of end of convo. Shout out Abdallah. Shout out Jacques again with the super chat. He goes, Rants had the same conversation the other week. He picked Benzema and Suarez over Henry.
Yeah, we all know why.
And there was a comment I starred as well. Suarez, 822 games, 501 goals, 268 assists. That's like what, 769 GA in 822 games. Henry had 794 games, 360 goals, and 174 assists. That's what, 534, I think. 534 assists. Okay, assists, GNA. Shout out with the big super chat. Big up your damn self. He goes, it's facts versus sentiment. No one can convince me that any attacking player is better than Henry as an Arsenal fan. But facts are, looking at stats and accolades, Salah is better. Salah is better. You can't have a debate where the arguments are subjective. We weren't talking about Salah.
I think that's more. This is. We won't go into it now. That's more of a different conversation.
Nah, I didn't. Nah, not Salah still. Shout out David Reed. Suarez moved Messi to right wing. Benzema had to wait. Shout out Price.